posted on how things start here in the game in the first quarter and how this chemistry is showing up big time for this team. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. Notre Dame looking for a strong kick to get this one underway. The returner will field it and bring it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Cavaliers' offense will take the field first. And you've got to believe this defense has put in extra time to try to slow down this tight end. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Now here's Holstein. Gets it out fast.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
The Cavaliers will line it up on 1st and 10. The run inside. It's Lewis. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. Throwing, Holstein. Safe completion on the screen. No sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. In the gun on 3rd down. Here's Holstein. Got it. Still on his feet at the 45. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete. You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on 3rd down. To the ground to try to move the chains. They are on the move as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 28. They are controlling the ball. 9th play of the drive. Here's Holstein to throw. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And that is priority number 1 for defenses. Get to the quarterback. Affect him. Get hits on him. They do it right here. Get their first sack of the game. Last game, by the way, last time out, they had 5. Let's see what this defense can continue to do.
Really need to find a productive play this time on 2nd and long. They'll go to the counter play. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. He does not get there. Stopped at the 25-yard line, and let's see what they do now on 4th down. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. Just drives it between the uprights. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And on this opening drive, the D gave up some yards, but that's okay. They buckled down when they needed to. They forced the field goal, keeping the home crowd still engaged, still excited, and now they get the football.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. The Irish offense comes out. First chance we've had to see them today. And we get a look at C.J. Carr. Led his team to a win, throwing 4 touchdown passes the last time out. Using his legs, it's Walton. And he knocked him down after a gain of 3 to the 23. And now on second down for this offense. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Lets it fly. He's got it. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. Notre Dame lines up quickly.
Big time throwing that last play. You know, you think about great Notre Dame quarterbacks. I think back to a couple of Joes. Joe Montana, Joe Theismann. They'd love what they'd be seeing right now from this kid. He's got arm talent. He's got accuracy. And because of that, he gives this offense the ability to light up the scoreboard.
Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete. So now it's second and long. Quick completion to the right. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. Here comes third and short from the 27. This defense trying to make them settle for a field goal. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Taken down just short of the sticks, but the offense still within scoring range on fourth down. They're in field goal range here on fourth down, but they're going to keep this offense on the field. Trying to get it to the marker. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. They'll run it. It's Walton. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Carr. Quickly complete.
Well, I think for that play to work, you need to have some access and cushion and coverage for the receiver to be able to do something with it after the catch. That time, the defender was just way too close, all over him, and he tackles him for no gain.
He makes a grab. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a first and goal. He'll keep it himself. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
Who says option football is dead now in college football? How about that? In the opening drive of the game, taking advantage of the athleticism you have at quarterback, and they're able to get a touchdown off of it early here, Dave.
And it's just so frustrating because defensively it makes you play so slow. Like it literally becomes basketball. It's man-to-man. I got the quarterback. I got the pitch. Makes defenses slow down. Let's see how they adjust after this first drive.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. So it's an 80-yard drive, and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Coming out with it, it's Beebe. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And what moves this guy has. The jukes, the wiggles, the squirts just went right past him and picked up the first down. Eli Holstein to throw. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking to throw, it's Holstein. Here's the pressure. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Eli spinning it again. Unloads it left. Another incompletion on 3rd down. And the Cavaliers will call on their punt team. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Gets his first one of the day off. He was called on 4 times in last week's win. All the way back to the 15. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Quick release on the RPO.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. Oh, he's got a chance. Spins away from the defense. Brought down at the 45 after a 15-yard pickup. Notre Dame right back to the line.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down. And listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Play action, Carr looking to the big tight end. A strike downfield. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He finds a soft spot in the middle. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. After coming up with back-to-back explosive plays, here they are first and goal. And he's wrestled to the ground. They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on second and goal. Running inside. It's Walton. And again finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time. They're in the gun, third down. Here's Carr. Under fire. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. The sure hands in the end zone, and he has 6.
What a fantastic route that time. If you're going to be able to throw the ball down in this area of the field where the windows close so quickly, you have got to be precise with the route running, and that's what happened right there. That's an easy connection between the QB and his target for the score.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. They march 79 yards on the drive, and they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. He'll start the return inside his 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he's stopped. Virginia ready to get things going as the offense takes the field. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
One of the things I love about this defense is they're so versatile in ways they can get after the quarterback. In their last game, they came away with 5 sacks, came from all over the place. They got the win. So you know in this one, they're going to dial up a lot of different looks. It's going to be tough for this offense to try to keep the quarterback standing up straight.
The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on third down. Holstein trying to be heard above the fray. Quickly to the tight end. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. The Cavaliers will try to pin them back with the punt. That last howitzer was nice. How about another one just like it? catch is made at the 15. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Finds his big tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Which is if we have a Cavalier who was shaken up on that last play. Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Play fake, Carr. Just a short pass to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Carr from the gun on 3rd down. Gets it out quickly. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. They'll try to overcome that last play on 2nd and 15. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Mobley. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. On the run, it's Walton. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. The Cavaliers offense all set and ready to get this drive underway. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. Hauls it in. Guys, they're really starting to find a rhythm in conference play now. They'll try to keep it going through the rest of this ACC slate.
I think it's really important because they're building confidence early in the season. There were a lot of expectations on this team to play well.
Oh, he's got some space. Slides, avoids the punishment, and picks up the first down. And the Cavaliers come to the line in the hurry-up.
Man, it's so nice to have a weapon like this at quarterback. It dictates coverage. You want to play man-to-man? Everybody turns their back. Watch him pick him up, put him down, chew up yards, getting a big play down the field.
Keeps it on the option. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. The Cavaliers have their offense in high gear. From the shotgun, the inside give.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. He's got him in the flat. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. And the Cavaliers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Play fake, Holstein. Looking left. Grabs it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Cavaliers.
Man, I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. They put together an 81-yard drive, and they close the deal with a 20-yard pass for 6. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. The run inside. It's Walton. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. At the line of scrimmage, but they won't snap it here. They're going to use the timeout instead. They'll get together to decide how to play this second down. Here's Carr to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Wide open downfield. There he goes down the right side. Ripped past midfield. Finally stopped at the 42, and that's the kind of chunk play that gets drives going. Virginia will call its first timeout. And that got under their skin a little bit, having to use the TO after giving up the first down. Complete.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Pocket breaking down. He's sacked. This defense all over him.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
The Irish will need to move the sticks on 3rd and long to keep this drive going. Under fire. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. This kicker brags that he can kick an 80-yard field goal. He'll settle for a 59-yarder here. Absolutely perfect. Now up by 7 points here in the second.
And I like the way this defense just finished. And I know they're trailing, but they didn't give up the touchdown. Got a little bit of momentum. Not much time left in this first half, but you got halftime to make some adjustments, come out with some energy, but a nice stop here.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Running inside. It's Lewis. Nice move, create some space. After that big game, maybe no longer content to just run the ball and go to the locker room. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Fakes the grab, stumbled to the ground. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Holstein. He's going to throw deep right side. And the throw downfield winds up incomplete, and there's a good reason for that. This guy was being mugged by the defender. So the penalty for pass interference will allow this offense to run 1 more play on an untimed down. And he's got it counted all the way to 55. Never in doubt. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Men, notable storylines all across the sport today. So let's roll up our sleeves and get you updated here in Week 6. And leading things off, we take a look at Miami taking on the Syracuse Orange. And it's the Hurricanes who win it on their home turf. They take pride in protecting their dirt, so to speak, and they did so today. And talk about a great start to the season. This team is now 6-0 with big aspirations. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Now back to your game in South Bend. Talk about a big-time effort. This tight end is not only already over 100 yards receiving, he's dominating at the line of scrimmage as well. If this team maintains this lead, he's in line to earn a game ball. With that said, let's send it back to the fellas there in the shadows of Touchdown Jesus.
The Cavaliers will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Notre Dame comes onto the field ready to go to work. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with accuracy.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Pulls it and fires to the left. Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming. The Irish come to the line facing 2nd and short. Quarterback may change this route. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Walton. They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards and they'll move the chains. Throwing, Carr. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. They go to the counter. Crosses the 40, gets it down to the 35 before he stopped, a gain of 6. 3rd and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. He'll try to get to the marker himself. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. They're going to pass on the field goal. They're still looking for 6 in this situation. Doing it himself again. Might have a chance. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. Going to the run, it's Walton. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. And this will be the 9th play of the drive. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. It's complete to the left. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. Direct snap. On target. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it 1st and goal.
Really nice play call there because the defense might have been thinking on 3rd and short in the red zone. They're probably going to run the football instead. They throw it, catch them off guard, and now they've got 1st and goal.
Notre Dame has it now, 1st and goal. Quarterback will keep it. Goes to the end zone, and the ball's out. Picks up the ball and tries to make something of it. He'll be brought down, but he was trying with everything he had to turn that disaster into a 1st down and came up a little short.
And when you get closer to this area near the red zone and closer inside the 5 like you are here, it's tough to throw certain routes, right? Like you need to throw those slants. You need to throw those fades. Get the ball out of the quarterback's hands really, really quickly because you know you're going to get some pressure from that defense.
Now on 3rd and goal, and that earlier sack left them with more ground to cover. Carr. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. They're going to stay aggressive and leave the offense out there on 4th down again. Carr to throw for it on 4th. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Irish! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And this offense doing a really nice job, man. They're understanding who they are. And Jesse, do you find guys, man, on the outside that you know where they're going to be, you know they're going to make plays, and you just continue to feed them?
Yeah, no question, especially in a situation like this, David. When the game's on the line, you got to go to your best players. And quarterbacks, they keep track. What's happening during the game? Who's winning? Who's getting separation on the outside? Who do I feel comfortable throwing to in tight coverage? This is the guy. That's now his 2nd touchdown catch in the game, and I don't think that's going to be the last time we see him touch the ball.
On the move from inside his 5. He's tackled, brought down right at the 25-yard line on the return. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. The defense there to make the stop. He barreled right into the teeth of the monster and picked up 4. Throwing, Holstein. Looking to the big tight end. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on third down. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains. And the Cavaliers want to crank the tempo.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
Unloads quickly. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? The run inside. It's Lewis. Knocked off his feet. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Makes the catch. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
Tackled there by the defense. They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
Which is if we have a Cavalier who was shaken up on that last play. Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. Got him downfield. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Virginia.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
PAT unit on the field. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. 75 yards on the touchdown drive, and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the option. He'll toss it. Picks up the first down. They bring him down. A big gain on the option, and they will challenge your ability to tackle in space. Now you got to think they'll really go on the attack. Big play has them set up 1st and 10 from the 48. The option, the keeper. They get him on the ground at the 37, but give him 15 yards on that chunk play, and they'll move the chains.
And that is why this guy is a true dual-threat quarterback. You've seen him all game, hurting them with his arm, already over 200 yards passing. And how about his running ability now? And flashing that on the option play. There's a variety of ways he can take the game over, and the defense is figuring that out fast.
There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. Training staff out there checking on this freshman linebacker. As we head to the 4th quarter, this guy is seeing the defense. Look how he spread the ball around. When When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. He's got it on the right. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wide receiver going in motion. Hands it off on the counter. Breaks the tackle. Knocked down, but not before he crossed into the red zone and picked up 4 yards down to the 17. In the red area, it's Walton. Timing, headed to the end zone. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave a little bit of everything on that one. They'll run the option. Now the toss. Touchdown, Notre Dame! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is up and good, and they have an 11-point fourth-quarter lead. Looks as if we have a Cavalier who was shaken up on that last play. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. Giving up that last touchdown was an absolute killer. Now it's a 2-possession game. They must get some. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. Here's Carr to throw. A shot toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Tight end now in motion. Running inside. It's Walton. Tough, determined run. Gets it down to the 12. Notre Dame comes to the line trying to convert on 3rd and short. Keeps it himself. He didn't get it. Not only that, he lost yardage. Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. 4th down, Carr. Drilled as he throws, and they stop him on 4th down with the heat. Motion from the wideout. Here's Holstein to throw. That one never had a chance. Incomplete. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. To the air, it's Holstein. He's going to let it go. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. From the gun on 3rd down, Holstein. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. The #1 job is to protect your quarterback, and they weren't able to do it long enough that time.
This offensive line, Reese, they've got to do a better job communicating pre-snap and try and figure out which people on defense are going to be rushing the passer. Right now, this offense just looks confused up front.
Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. 4th down, Holstein. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. The decision to go for it does not pan out. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Give to the running back. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Touchdown, Fighting Irish! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the 4th. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. And he takes this from inside the 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Virginia ready to get things going as the offense takes the field. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And how about the complimentary football? This defense getting another sack. They've already got an interception. Offense has played great. Both sides of the football together dominating this football game.
Cavaliers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Eli Holstein to throw. Slings it downfield. And they can't make the connection. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Holstein. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. And the Cavaliers will line up to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He gets a block. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. Here come the Irish back on offense. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Walton. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Pulls and fires complete. And just a short and safe pass play. They pick up a few. Looking to pick up a 1st down on 3rd and short from the 43. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. Notre Dame coming to the line with another 1st down. Red pass hits complete. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Throwing Carr. Another incompletion on 3rd down. The Irish send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And they can't get on top of it to down it, so that ball will come out to the 20. The Cavaliers offense all set and ready to get this drive underway. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down. The Cavaliers will hustle to the line.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. Back to pass, it's Holstein. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Slides, avoids the hit. What a play to convert on 2nd and long. It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line.
Well, we know the game of college football is always evolving and changing, and one of the biggest reasons why is the quarterback evolution. Dual threat quarterbacks. You're seeing two great examples in this game so far. Both guys can hurt you throwing it. Both guys can hurt you running it. It's been the running attack for both of these guys that's been the big story so far.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Off the RPO, complete. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Holstein from the gun on 3rd down. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
Really nice run there, picking up the first down. Now they're right back up to the line of scrimmage, ready to go again.
Working the big fella to the corner. Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup. Virginia will call its first timeout. And they can take a moment to try to build a little momentum, get the right play called after picking up the first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Holstein fires to the tight end. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. From the red zone, looking for a man. Lets it fly. And he was looking into the end zone, but it's incomplete. So now it's 2nd and long. To throw, it's Holstein. This time on target. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Lined up in the gun, 3rd down, Eli Holstein. He gives him a fresh set of downs, and this one will be 1st and goal from the 6. And the Cavaliers are in the hurry-up. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Lets it go to the end zone. Fires into traffic. It's picked off.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much, late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
Let's see what they can get going on this drive as they snap it from the 7. Rides the option, he keeps it. Oh, it's a fumble. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. Pulls it on the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, 2 really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not. And that demonstrated itself today. The higher-ranked team is a team with national championship aspirations. They've got so much talent. They look good today.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.